Now then, crew, and welcome back to the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel. And I've got the TRX500 here in the workshop, the one that we've diagnosed faulty ECU, and it's going to be here for a few days, waiting for the new ECU to turn up. I think they're going to try and get hold of a good second-hand one. I don't know. But I thought perfect opportunity, whilst we're here, to do checks on all of the sensors and actuators on the bike. Separate videos. Boom, 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 nice and short, how to quickly test the various wiring associated with that sensor or actuator, and what you would expect to be a good known result, whether it's a waveform on a picoscope, or a voltage on a multimeter, or just a test light coming on or not. You know, what should it be doing and not doing? So, before we start all of that, these bikes have an onboard self-diagnostic system where it sounds really complicated, but it's not. There is an engine management light on the dash, and you may have a TRX500 or a 420 where that light is flashing in a certain sequence, and that's called flash codes. And that particular code, and there may be more than one, will advise you through a table, you know, what particular faults the ECU has picked up on. Now, don't go down the assumption, as many junior technicians do, that if it hasn't got a fault code, it hasn't got a fault. We know that's wrong because this bike has got a fault. It doesn't run, but there are no stored codes. Anyway, that's a whole different rabbit warren to go down. If you're interested, check out the video. I'll put a link on the screen now. But before we start to go through each of the sensors and actuators, we first of all need to understand what these flash codes mean. So this bike, I've triggered a particular fault code. The engine management light is flashing. Let's go and take a look at the sequence, and then we'll look it up on the table from the service manual as to what that code means. Here we go. Used.
You don't paint something without wiping.
Honestly. Okay, so you just turn your ignition on. It'll go through a startup process. It did a self-test on the engine light, and now you can see it's flashing away. So we'll let it go through its cycle, then we'll count. There are long flashes and short flashes. The long flashes are value 10, the short flashes are value 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 long flashes and 4 short. We'll just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And 4 short flashes. So that means 54. Fault code 54 is currently being displayed on this bike, and there's only one fault code being displayed. If there's multiple, then they will alternate. You know, it'll show one, and then the next, and then the next, and then once it's shown all of the codes, it'll start again with the first code. Right, what is fault code 54? That's the question. Okay, this is page 119 of the Honda service manual, and we've got all the relevant trouble codes, fault codes down here on the left. So 1-1 or fault code 1 is map sensor. 1-2 is also map sensor, and so on. I'm just going to scroll down so that you can pause the video so you can read whatever code you may have that's relevant to the fault on your bike. Very, very useful information. And then, of course, the manual goes on to testing each of the individual sensors and actuators, which I'll be doing on separate videos. Okay, this is obviously only an example to show you how to do this, but 54, there we go, look. 54. Bank angle sensor circuit low voltage bank angle sensor or its circuit malfunction. And if we scroll across, if it lets me, Oh, hang on. Zoom out. Right, 54. The engine will operate normally, or the bank angle sensor stops the control. So, pretty meaningless, either a run or it won't. And it tells us in the manual, section 4-29, for further information. I'll be covering checks on that particular sensor in one of the future videos, so you can check that out if that's your fault code. So, sure enough, all I've done is disconnect the bank angle sensor to create that fault code. So there you go, just a short video on showing you how to read the various flash codes on a Honda TRX500. This is a 2019 model. Now the same system is used on many of Honda's ATVs and side-by-sides. They have this self-diagnostic function just in case you don't have the Honda diagnostic tool to hand, which many people don't, to be fair. They tend to be limited to dealerships, although you can buy a number of aftermarket scan tools now which will give you fault codes and the ability to do various live data capture and to clear those codes as well. And they're not expensive, so if you're interested, check one of those out. So if you're not yet subscribed, now's a great time, because there's going to be lots more videos hitting the channel very shortly, covering all the various tests on this particular bike. It's a great opportunity, and I don't want to miss out, because I've only got the bike for a few days, and then I will never, hopefully, I will never see it again. So why not subscribe, ring the bell. YouTube will send you notifications as and when any new videos go up. And once the series is finished and it's of no use to you, can always unsubscribe if you want. It doesn't cost anything. There's no obligation. It's just click and unclick, basically. You'll also find me on Facebook and Instagram. If you want to support the channel, number of different ways. You can jump onto Patreon, become a patron. You can jump onto PayPal. Just use the email address on the screen, and you can send a couple of bucks that way if you like. Don't send it as a donation, just a payment, please. It won't be accepted as a donation. I'm not a charity. Or if you want to send me something, you can do that through my PO box address. I'll put it on the screen for you right now. And you'll get a shout out in one of the next live streams. I do a live stream every other Sunday if you want to join in. Okay, crew, I'll see you next time. Cheers, over and out.
And we get the flip again.
Oh,
Really.